Hey everybody, it's Zach, aka Zach's Reviews, and I just wanted to talk about my day. I didn't have a good day at all. It was very stressful, and I just thought I would tell you guys about it, and yeah, just get some of that stress out because I could finally process what happened and stuff. Earlier today, I went to GameStop at my local mall, and I was waiting to get to pre-order the PS5. And I actually had plans last night. I made plans with my friend to like him to pick me up, and then we were gonna go at 9:20, like go in the morning at 9:20. But he was busy and he couldn't make it after all. So my sister took me, and I had a whole planned out. I wanted to have my friend at the main door, while I was at the other door by like where the GameStop is in the mall. So, but since he couldn't make it, my sister did that. She was at the main door to the mall, and I was at the door right next to where GameStop's at. And so I get there, and there's about like, I don't know, maybe like 8 people there. And I was talking to them saying, yo, like, do you know how many systems they have? Like, what's up? And like, I guess there's a dentist office now in my mall, so yeah, there was just people going in and out for appointments, and the people that were waiting outside, like, to get the system, they kept on trying to get the door and go and sneak in, even though it wasn't time for the mall to open yet, which I thought was, like, ridiculous that they were doing that, but they were doing it. And I just, overall, I was like, okay, like, do you know how many systems they have? And I guess one of the people snuck in, and they said, I guess the GameStop only has 8 systems. And I'm like, okay, at least I want to be one of the 8 people that get in there and get the system. So we're waiting around. I'm talking to them. I'm distancing because I don't want to be near them, but I'm still talking to them because to pass the time. And there was just a whole bunch of people coming or whatever, and there was like security guards going in, getting ready to open the mall and just getting ready to start about their day. And there was just a lot of just tension. I just had that tension as like the time went on, getting ready for the mall to open, because the mall opened at 11, and I guess all the doors opened at 11. But there was multiple people, not just at my door, but there's a lower door by Macy's that has a door. Like, there's a lower door at Macy's to the mall that's like right next to GameStop, and I was afraid they were going to open that door first and not our door, and I was just worried. So then there was a security guard or whatever that right as like they were about to open the doors, like he was really rude. Like he was messing with us, saying, oh, like, and he had somebody else with him, another security guard, and they're like, oh, they was just laughing at us because we were all like, everybody was packed up, about to like pretty much trample each other trying to get in through the door. So then they're just laughing at us from the inside, the security guard saying, oh, let's mess with them, which door are we going to open first? And I just thought that was really rude. And just, so then there was actually a guy, one of the people I was talking to, that actually, it was an older guy, and you could tell he wasn't in the best shape, but he said, I'm gonna get my running shoes on, I'm gonna try to keep up and all that stuff, and he was bragging, saying he was gonna outrun us and stuff, and I was like, okay, whatever, And I'm not gonna lie, when those doors opened, that man like did like 3 steps, 3 tumbles, and then fell. I was like, oh, dude, like, sorry, dude, like, that sucks, but I gotta go and get my system. But yeah, and then as I was going in, I went down the escalator, and there was like, I think like 5 people in front of me. I passed them all right away because I did track, so I'm a fast guy. So I'm like, okay, I'm first about to go down the escalator, let's go. So I went down I didn't think it mattered what escalator I went down, so I went down the up escalator just because, there was people trying to get around me, and I didn't want to deal with the people going down that down escalator. And the security guard's like, oh, you can't go down that one. He was just yelling at me, and I was like, oh, okay. So I went down the other one, and then someone, like, pushed me to the side, and then I'm, like, the 6th one in line. And by the time we get down there, then GameStop tells, oh, by the time we get down there, I'm like, okay, I'm the 6th one in line, I'm good, because there's 8 systems. And then some guy just comes around the bend from the lower entrance, the lower mall entrance by GameStop, swoops in, pushes me out of the line, and I get back in. I try to get back in my spot, and this is a grown-ass man that was just a straight-up jerk. He knew what spot I was in, and he just pushed me out of the way. And apparently that's when I heard, oh, there's only 6 systems left. And pretty much I thought the guy took my spot. I'm like, okay, great, and I told the GameStop workers. And they're all like, oh, we can't deal with that, blah, 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 blah. And, yeah, and just, it was just rude. I'm like, really? Okay, dude. Like, this is ridiculous. So by the time we got up there, I was like, well, I even asked the workers, I'm like, how's there like six systems? I thought there was 8. Somebody told me there was 8. They're like, oh, two people pre-ordered them. No, the 2 workers bought them before we got in there. So I thought that was messed up. I thought they weren't allowed to do that because I think that's GameStop's policy is workers can't like pre-order systems right like when they have a new shipment in like that. But I know they did it because they were smirking about it. So then, as we get up there, my sister comes in because, she's at the other entrance, and she was calling my name, and I said, yo, I'm over here, so this guy cut in front of me. And then my sister just, hold on for a second, we'll see what happens. And then I get called over to the next person, because this jerk in front of me, is at that one worker, and the other worker called me over. So I go over, and he says, I'm like, okay, I want to pre-order. He's like, how can I help you? I'm like, I'm here to pre-order the PS5. And he's like, oh, we don't have any more. I'm like, okay, and then I'm like, I even told my sister, I'm like, this is ridiculous. I was like, this is ridiculous. I told the worker, I'm like, I was in this, like, this guy took my spot. Like he pushed me out of the way, and I was in that spot. And they're like, oh, we can't deal with that or whatever. I'm like, oh, okay. But my sister overheard that the guy that cut in front of me only got the controller. So I guess there was a 6th person I didn't even count for, and I thought I was the 6th, but I guess I wasn't. That whoever else got it, but the guy that cut in front of me didn't. He only got the controller, so he's beat. He's a real jerk. That's what you get, karma. So, yeah, so then we leave. I'm upset about it. And what the funny thing is that my nephew works at the mall. So I was like, oh, there's Alex. You know what I mean? That's my nephew's name. So I was talking to him saying, I was here at 9:20, waiting for the doors open, to get the pre-order at GameStop. He's like, oh, I've been here since 6. I'm like, oh, dang. I'm like, I kind of wish I would have asked you to, help me out, and you know what I mean? But I don't want to get him in trouble because, that's messed up, I just didn't want to get him in trouble. So that was nice for him to offer, though. But, the overall experience was terrible. So I was sad about it, of course, because, the first time they actually told us about pre-orders, I thought it was going to be the second day, because the live stream was the night before for them releasing the prices, and then I saw an IGN on Instagram saying, okay, Sony confirms pre-orders are going to be tomorrow. And then my brother tells me out of nowhere, they're releasing now at 9 o'clock at night. I had it twice in my cart on Best Buy, the PS5, and it kept not letting me check out. Like, I was at PayPal, but it wouldn't let me continue with it. And it kept glitching the system. So I was really irritated about that. So I thought this was like my second chance, because my one friend Troy told me, yeah, the night I got a call from GameStop, because, I guess I was on the call list or whatever, that I was on the call list, and they let me know the night of when, pre-orders that first come, first serve the next day. And then my friend Troy told me that, and I'm like, okay, I'll call them right now. And they said they put me on the list, which they did. And then that's when they called me to go, and I was really excited, saying, okay, since I couldn't get it that night, I can get it. This is my second chance to get it. And I heard so many people saying, oh, if you don't get it this second time around, you're not going to get it at all. And, I mean, as far as I know, I feel like I've heard that there's going to be more pre-orders online, like I think on Target, Walmart, Best Buy, GameStop again. But I also heard that the second round of people don't get it on November 12th. They get it, like, I think a week after or something. I heard about that from my brother, Michael. So I didn't know if that was true or not. But, yeah, just overall crazy experience. So then after that, me and my sister went to another GameStop that was near our mall. And apparently they told me that it was a lot more peaceful. There were nicer people, and it was a nice weighted line at the door, and and they told me that I guess they only had like 7 systems there. I don't know what it is, but I think the first things first is that Sony is really dumb for this. I don't know why they would do second rounds of pre-orders if they only have, like, at every GameStop, like either 7 systems, 8 systems, or 6. That's terrible. Why don't you guys let people know ahead of time that when you give them the calls, or let them know that there's only going to be a certain amount at these stores, so that way there's not a ton of people that end up showing up at the place, and then end up giving people stuff like ticket numbers, and then for how many you have, and then send the rest away. It's a lot more peaceful that way. No one's going to get hurt. Because there was people that got hurt at the mall. Like, there was people dropping their wallets, change, phones, falling down, getting trampled. It was craziness, I'm telling you. Not even Black Friday that I've encountered was like what it was today. So, we go there, and of course, there was a nice guy at the other GameStop that came out and said, you know what, I'm sorry to tell you guys, but you know, there's only 7 systems, and these people got it. But yeah, apparently they're going to be doing more pre-orders later on. And yeah, I'm just overall sorry. Have a nice day. And I was like, okay. And there was real jerks that were actually at the mall that didn't get it, that came to the GameStop I went to, the second GameStop. And we're like, oh, thank you for wasting our time. I'm like, you don't have to be a jerk about it. I mean, this kid's clearly a nice kid, and he's just letting you know nicely. And it was a lot nicer over here than the one at the mall. Like, I'm never going to give that mall GameStop any more money because they were just overall rude. The security guards were rude, and I'm never doing business there again. But yeah, and I mean, after that, of course, I was upset about it because, you know, I bought Miles Morales, the Ultimate Edition, for the PS5, and I'm getting that on the 12th. But so far as I know, I'm not getting the system because, you know, I just don't know when they're going to do more pre-orders. And I don't know when they're going to come out. So then, you know, we're done. We leave that GameStop, me and my sister, and then, you know, we were talking about it, and, you know, just I'm upset, and then we went to go get food because I was starving. I didn't get a chance to eat because, you know, all the madness that was going on. I needed something to eat, and I had a headache. So then after that, you know, the good thing about today is that there was an episode of The Boys that came on today, which I was very happy about. You know, I love the show The Boys. That's probably my savior in this you know, like in this quarantine that we're in right now, is like shows like that. You know, like there's shows that are like, you know, helping me survive this quarantine. You know what I mean? Survive the boredom, survive the, you know, just overall craziness that's going on in the world, something I can escape to. Because, you know, I use that, I use movies as that, you know, to escape from the real world of, like, the craziness and all the crap that's going on. So, you know, I really, you know, shows like, you know, The Boys is helping me, Lovecraft Country, and, I just got done watching Cobra Kai, stuff like that. Like, all these cool new shows and movies are coming out, and there's no Marvel content coming out except WandaVision, I think, is coming out in December. But, I mean, a lot of things are getting postponed. Black Widow is getting postponed to May 7th of 2021. What else? Falcon and Winter Soldier 2021. A whole bunch of other Marvel things. So, WandaVision, I mean, thank God we're getting that at least, because I need some Marvel content. That's my... I mean, I'm a big Marvel fan. Like, look at this. Like, a huge Marvel fan. Like, and there's the cats right here. I think that's Kiko, and this is Win right here. These are my sister's cats. So, yeah. But, oh, and sorry about that. My ring light is, I guess, covering half the camera on the back end. So, I think you saw them, though. Yeah, I just... Movies and TV shows helped me through this, and, you know, I'm happy those shows were on, The Boys was on today, because I needed some sort of a win. And, you know, I'm sleeping over at my sister's house right now, and I'm hanging out with the kittens. So, overall, today was tough. I mean, it's just, I wish it was more organized from Sony's perspective of them making more systems, and, like, all these other places that are getting them, you know, like, you know, Walmart, Target, GameStop, Best Buy. I wish they would all do these the right way. Especially, you know, like GameStop. I mean, this is like, honestly, I heard some places were giving out, you know, like ticket numbers. You should do that. And you should let people know the day before how many systems are going to be, they're going to be. So that way, one, there won't be as many people coming. Two, if there is a lot of people coming, we still have the ticket numbers that say, oh, if you don't have these ticket numbers, you need to leave. Simple as that. It brings down the panic and, like, the craziness. And I just, yeah, I mean, that one GameStop, the second GameStop I went to, you know, it was a really nice one. It had a really nice tone. You know, it wasn't chaotic. You know, there was just people waiting in line normally, you know, waiting for the store to open. And it was nice. The other one was craziness. People were talking about running each other over, and it was just absolutely crazy. But yeah, I just want to let you know how my day was, and that's how my day was. It's good now, and I'm happy I get to talk to you guys. I know I haven't made a video since my Enola Holmes video, my review, but I really want to make sure I give you guys great content. I don't want to just film things if I have nothing to film that, like, for you guys that's, like, new and exciting, or even a part of my life, you know what I mean? If it's not, you know, exciting or whatever, like, I don't want to share it, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to share anything that's boring to you guys. But yeah, that's how my day was, and that was my experience. So let me know if you guys got the PS5. Let me know if you had a similar experience that I did. And if you did have a similar experience, I hope you did get the console after even in all that chaoticness that you might have had. And if you didn't, hopefully you get one. And if there's any people out there that happen to have like extra pre-orders, you know, I'll pay the price for it. And yeah, if there's anybody out there that can help me out, that would be amazing. Yeah, so that's today. That was my day, and I'll see you next time.